last 2 years especially, we felt it. The need has never been greater. We see an increasing need every single year. Every couple of months, our agencies actually tell us there's so many more people that are coming that are seeking emergency food assistance, and so we have to continue growing ourselves so that we can keep up with the demand.
It's often said that real courage is doing the right thing. Who will you inspire to become a better citizen? That's our show. If you know anyone who is going above and beyond to assist others, email me at b.curry@znsbahamas.com. Thanks so much for joining us.
At Rusty Bethel Drive, I'm Paisol Forbes. This is ZNS.
It's What's Trending with Jiminita Swain and the Bahama Beauty at the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas from Studio A. It all starts right now. Welcome, everyone. I'm Jiminita Swain, and this is What's Trending, the spot where the buzz meets the bold, and we're diving headfirst into everything that's lighting up your feeds and turning heads. It's Wednesday, September 3rd, and trust me, we've got a lot to talk about. They may not always be in the spotlight, but their impact is undeniable. Today, we're headed to Temple Christian to shine a light on an unsung hero helping to shape young minds every single day. Plus, a senior media student with ambitions that match her creativity. From summer projects to semester goals, she takes us inside a world of studies, storytelling, and staying inspired. And from the Bahamas to Juilliard, this rising jazz artist is making waves on stages around the world. We're exploring his remarkable journey, his soulful sound, and his passion for inspiring young musicians. We've got more stories, more style, and more of what you love. Stay tuned. You're watching What's Trending.
Upcoming Bahamas Travel and Sustainability Awards, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honorable I. Chester Cooper, is calling on everyone to show their support for a 16-island destination.
The Bahamas Travel and Sustainability Awards reflect our nation's commitment to building a responsible and forward-looking tourism sector. Now, in its third year, these awards honor those striving to set new standards in environmental stewardship, innovation, and sustainable development, key to growth and future of Bahamian tourism. These awards go beyond recognition. They showcase the exceptional talent, businesses, and destinations driving our industry forward. With 24 categories covering accommodations, culinary, excellence, experiences, and individual achievement, the awards highlight the full scope of what makes our islands exceptional. Aligned with our Lifetime of Islands campaign, the award reminds us that the Bahamas is more than a destination, it's a lifetime of them. A lifetime of unique islands, unique experiences, each with its own identity and culture. We invite Bahamians, visitors, and industry partners to vote between now and September 2nd. To cast your vote in the 2025 Bahamas Travel and Sustainability Awards, visit caribjournal.com. Your vote supports the vision and values that will establish the Bahamas as a leader in sustainable tourism on the world stage. Let's come together to celebrate and elevate the very best of our islands on the world stage.
For more tourism updates, visit Tourism Today or Bahamas.com. I'm Michael Miller, and this is Tourism Today.
We're continuing our spotlight on the unsung heroes of education, the individuals who make a lasting impact, often without the recognition they deserve. Today, our West Forbes is coming to you from Temple Christian School, where dedicated teachers, staff, and support teams go above and beyond every single day. West, tell us what you're seeing and hearing on the ground there in Sun City.
That's right, Jiminita. We're at Sun City, where these ball of sunshines are ready for whatever the semester throws at them. But today we are here with our unsung hero of today, Shakara Burrows. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. What is your role here, and what does your day-to-day looks like?
Okay, so I work in the business office as an accounts clerk dealing with customer database.
How long have you been here?
A little over 10 years. I started at the pre and elementary campus, transitioning over at the high school in 2021.
Were you doing the same thing at the pre and elementary side?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, nice. So you've been in this field a while.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you love most about the TC community?
I love that we offer spiritual, biblical principles to our students, leading and guiding them in the direction and in the things of God.
I like that. I like that. There are some individuals in your position or other positions that may feel as if they are unseen. What would you share with them?
I would share to let them know that, to continue to keep on going after whatever it is that they desire, and to always keep Christ at the center.
I like that. I like that. And I can see why you deserve this position.
Thank you.
And that is our unseen hero of today. Back to you, Jiminita.
What's trending in business? Who's making major money moves, and how's it shaping your future? This is Economics, your front row seat to the biggest stories in business, innovation, and finance. Powered by the Sand Dollar, the digital currency of the Central Bank of the Bahamas. It's fast, secure, Bahamian. We're breaking down the numbers, the news, and what it means to you. Tune in every Thursday at 6 p.m. for the trends, the insights, and the stories that matter. Get informed, get inspired, get in the mix with Economics.
Your home is your sanctuary. The last thing you need to worry about is rodents. Once they enter your property, they can be tough to get out. If you're concerned about rodents, call Rent-A-Kill initially. We offer the latest, most effective treatment for safe, fast, and long-lasting results. From prevention to elimination, our integrated approach guarantees protection. For rodent control you can trust, there's only one name in the Bahamas. Rent-A-Kill Initial.
Diet-friendly special.
Tired of looking at the same old kitchen? Step 1. Our talented recommended designer Mark crafts a custom design just for you. Step 2. Once your design is ready, CBS Bahamas makes ordering effortless. Your dream kitchen is within reach. Step 3. Our recommended installers bring your vision to life, ensuring every detail is perfectly in place. Sit back and relax as your dream space becomes a reality. Visit cbsbahamas.com and start bringing your home improvement dreams to life today.
Wait, where you grabbing all these pizzas, boy?
Wait, Marcos, wait. We have a special on all the large one-topping pizzas, wait.
Pineapple.
All.
Pumpkin.
All. Wait, VAT included, but.
I need the $10 special plate. How many would you like? 20 in it. Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it? Marcos got that deal, boy.
Each school year brings new challenges and new chances to grow. Today on What's Trending, we're joined by Cassidy Capron, a senior media journalism student at the University of the Bahamas, who's balancing creativity and coursework as she dives deeper into her studies. Welcome to What's Trending, Cassidy.
Thank you.
So great to have you here with us. So how was your first week, or how is your first week back to school shaping up?
It's been a lot of fun. I love the new classes that I have with video production and forensic science and so much more. It's everything that I was looking forward to.
So then I guess you gave us a little jump start. So I was going to ask you, what classes or projects are you most excited for this semester?
This semester, I'm excited about my video production course. I worked so hard with the writing and scripting, so now I know how to apply that into videos. My forensic science course as well, because it prepares me for, interviews.
Sounds like a lot of fun. So how has your perspective changed since your first year in media, now that you're a senior?
I was definitely a lot more timid behind the camera, and then in front of the camera also, with speaking up and learning my words and remembering lines. And so now I feel a lot more confident, and I feel a lot more prepared.
So let's rewind a bit. How did you spend your summer break? Did you have a lot of fun?
I had so much fun, and I did a whole lot of videoing. I practiced my editing a whole lot more. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, well, that's always a key. So what area of media are you most passionate about? Would you say it's producing, editing, storytelling, radio, film? What do you like?
Storytelling, journalism, and film, for sure. And that definitely helps me with the film club that I'm really excited about too.
Okay, so that's what we were going to get into next, because I know that you were involved with the film club. You were also in one of UB's pageants. So are you looking to pursue those in this upcoming academic year, or are you going to shift your focus to different extracurricular activities?
I'm keeping my focus on the film club for sure. The Mingos Film Network, we've done so much over the past year, introducing our series, The Rise and Fall of the UB Freshmen, Halloween content, New Year's content, and helping people with media literacy, understanding how you can educate people on topics that may be a bit more taboo or maybe a little bit more misunderstood.
Okay, well, that sounds good. So how do you stay motivated during a busy school year?
Well, one, since I want to be a journalist, I think watching the news helps. Seeing, like this show, for instance, it makes me more excited to step into a career like this.
Okay, that sounds good. So what advice would you give someone who is starting out in their first year as a media student?
One, try to figure out where you want to go and focus on that particular thing. So if your focus is production, focus on behind the cameras, focus on editing, and be open to learning the writing part of it too. And always make room to have fun, and always be willing to let your creative side show.
Oh, that's definitely important. So where do you see yourself after graduation? Any dream roles or industries?
I'm hoping to start my own blog, and I've started doing that through my TikToks, through Instagram and Facebook.
Okay, well, that definitely sounds good. It sounds like you've got a solid vision and creative vision to match with that. So we're wishing you all the best as you tackle this new academic year. So now that we know this is the path you want to take, we're going to put your journalism skills to the test. You're going to read the lead out for our back to school giveaway. Take it away.
Back to school season is here, and we want to see those fits. Parents, show off your little one's fresh first day looks. And students, yes, you can flex your own drip too. Just snap it, send it, and shine on TV. Text your best back to school photo to 242-422-6827 for a chance to be featured on What's Trending. And thanks to BTC, 2 lucky winners will score a brand new BTC cell phone and a BTC swagged out backpack stuffed with official BTC paraphernalia. It's all going down September 1st through the 4th at 6 p.m. only on What's Trending. BTC, bringing the vibes to the classroom.
Just like we've promised, we're hooking up 2 lucky winners and entering couldn't be easier. Snap a pic of your best back-to-school outfit and text it to 422-6827 for your chance to win. You've got until Thursday to enter. But get this, Carrie's Fabric and Uniform Store heard about our giveaway and decided to sweeten the deal. They've added 2 back-to-school backpacks, one for female and one for male, packed with school essentials. That's right, the pot is officially thickening. We'll announce the winners live on show Wednesday, September 10th at 6 p.m. So make sure you're watching. Good luck.
And speaking of luck, it's not too late to enter. You've got until tomorrow the end to end or send in rather your back to school photos. So keep them coming. We've already received a ton of entries. So if you didn't see your child today, there's a good chance you'll spot them tomorrow. But for now, take a look. Nice work. So, Cass, how did it feel stepping behind the mic and giving us that read on television?
I am beyond grateful for the opportunity. I felt honored.
All right, well, that sounds good. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. And definitely all the best in this upcoming semester. Sounds like you're off to a very strong start.
Thank you.
Well, there's more after the break. You're watching What's Trending.
Bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding ding bang. Bang bang bang. Ding bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding ding bang. Bang bang bang. Ding bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding ding bang.
Diet-friendly special.
Coming back to Temple Christian, this time Wes Forbes is live with the principal to talk about the amazing staff member we spotlighted today and what's in store for the school year ahead. The sun is really shining where you're at, Wes.
That's right, Jiminita. We are here with the principal of the Suns, Mr. Cunningham. How are you?
I'm doing very well today.
That's good. That's good. Why did you choose Ms. Burrows?
Ms. Burrows works in our accounting department. Dependable, personable, engaging, work well with the students, the parents, and our teachers, in fact, all of our stakeholders. She's done it here on this campus as well as the elementary campus. And so we are so proud of her service to Temple Christian School.
I love that. I love that. Let's shift gears a little bit. What are you looking forward to the most this academic semester?
Well, as an academic institution, I'm looking forward to our students to improve in their performance in BJC, BGCSE, school-based examinations. We did well this year at the 9th grade level, and we're looking forward to even do more better than that. We have a group of 9th graders who are very focused in education. In fact, they were the top students in the entire school. The 8th graders, they turned 9th graders this year, so we're looking forward to that.
I absolutely love that. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Most welcome.
That's us right here in Sun City. Jiminita, back to you.
Well, thanks so much, Wes. Well, he's been called a rising star in the world of jazz, and he's just getting started. Gifton Jellin joins us now via Zoom to discuss his journey, his music, and how he's using both to give back and to inspire the next generation. Thanks for joining us on What's Trending, Gifton.
How you doing? It's good to be here.
Well, it's great to have you here with us. So obviously, let's start at the beginning. You taught yourself the trumpet at 10 years old. How did that even happen?
Well, I went to Sadie Curtis Primary School, and I was playing drums for the marching band with Mr. Umbrista. He still does marching band nowadays. And they needed volunteers to play trumpet, and I raised my hand and I said I wanted to volunteer to play trumpet, and sure enough, I ended up finding out about a trumpet, like a used trumpet, and I was able to get my hands on that through my father. And from there, the rest is, history.
Now, you've had some incredible mentors, Winston Marsalis, Roy Hargrove, even Barry Harris. What's one piece of advice from those legends that really stuck with you?
I think it's just to really, be true to the music and to have the integrity, like the integrity about your craft. And sometimes people can get away with, mimicking or, maybe doing it 50% because, they are professionals. But that's not really what this is about. It's really a pursuit. It's really being true to yourself and knowing that, hey, am I really giving 100% every time that I get on stage?
Well, your debut album, True Design, really made waves. When people listen to it, what do you hope that they take away from your music?
A lot of times people can look at jazz as being this kind of like, elitist or, music that's for, people that maybe say older or, some people American, but I honestly, I'm pretty much not that, right? Because I come from very humble beginnings, grew up in the Bahamas. So my music is pretty much a combination of the two where, it comes from the heart. So that's really the main goal. It is, I am playing a music that has a lot of history behind it. I did a lot of studying, and, I was able to be a composer and someone that has the privilege to be able to add to that canon, whatever you want to call it, jazz, improvisational music.
And you're also leading your own quintet now. How has that changed or challenged your music?
You can think about people like Clark Terry, Louis Armstrong. They all had albums where it was a group of 5 people. And the quintet is a really, it's something that has some history behind it, but I was able to sort of bring 5 people together for my first album, which was some of my classmates at Juilliard. And, we made a wave, and I'm pretty much adding on to that nowadays. I'm, making my next album, and we're trying to expand that even more. See how much can we make out of what we have in terms of my compositions and some of the music that I want to do nowadays.
And if you could jam with any artist, past or present, who would it be?
Let's just put Louis Armstrong. I would want to jam with Louis Armstrong one time. Just one time.
But when you're not playing jazz, what's on your playlist?
I listen to all music. I'm all music, really. I'm just a music lover. So a lot of the times I'm interested in knowing what my friend is listening to or people my age are listening to, just to get a sense for you into this stuff? Because for me, I pretty much come from, my music world was pretty much church. And then once jazz came along, that was the two things that sort of kept my attention growing up. But nowadays, yeah, so it could be anywhere from, I personally like R&B, soul, compound music, Bahamian music.
And for young musicians watching this, maybe from a small island or a small town, what's your message to them?
Well, anyone that is interested in doing music, at a high level, you don't have to necessarily do jazz per se. Just, go and find out who is doing what you do and what you want to do at a high level and is successful at doing that. That was the first thing that I had to figure out. I had to show my parents, hey, this is Wynton Marsalis. Look at his net worth, I had to literally show her, this guy is doing pretty well and he's doing music, and I had to show my parents other musicians that were, successful and doing it, because that way, you kind of get just a little bit more of, support from your loved ones, because people always look at music as being a career path that is not as stable. But it's really because people don't necessarily have a good sort of role model or someone to actually look up to that actually is doing it at the level that they aspire to. And which means that, you would have to put in the work, of someone like a Wynton Marsalis to be able to sort of get similar results. And so that's one of my main things is you don't have to necessarily do jazz. It could be any sort of, genre within music, but have a goal and figure out what did they do to get those results, right? And a lot of that work is a lot of research. And a lot of, you have to be hungry. You have to love this. You can't do it for the fame. You can't do it for the success. You have to also do it because you love it, because that's truly the secret, right? People become successful because they're true to it and they put 100% to it.
Definitely some good advice there. What a journey you've had so far, from teaching yourself on borrowed trumpets here in Nassau to studying at Juilliard and now leading your own quintet with a vision rooted in cultural pride and unity. So definitely a big thank you to you, Gifton, for sharing your story with us. It's a tale that shows where passion, purpose, and profound talent can definitely take you. So we can't wait to see and hear what you do next. Thanks so much. While you're watching What's Trending, stay with us. There's more after the break.
If you would like to be a part of What's Trending, DM us on Instagram at What's Trending on ZNS.
It's me, Wednesday Addams. Your life just took a dark turn. I regret to inform you that I have devised the meal of misfortune with Wendy's. It's pure torture for your taste buds, with 4 nightmarish dips of dread. Don't waste my time asking which ones you'll get. You must surrender to your fate. Enjoy the anguish.
Thursday show, we're joined by guests to discuss the upcoming service of induction at Wesley Methodist Church. Hear their thoughts, hopes, and what this special moment means to them. And that's a wrap for What's Trending. Follow us on Instagram. That's at What's Trending on ZNS for show clips and behind-the-scenes moments. See you tomorrow at 6 p.m. for more lifestyle, entertainment, and more.
At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, I'm Clint Watson, and this is ZNS.
This is the Bahamas Tonight. The Northern Edition has a look at stories making news tonight.
27 Chinese nationals detained in Grand Bahama, while 5 Bahamian nationals are detained in the U.S. following a human smuggling ordeal.
Also, could Grand Bahama become the country's fastest growing tourism destination? We have the latest from the Deputy Prime Minister. And Minister for Grand Bahama doubling down on the government support for Dorian survivors.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thanks for tuning in. Topping news tonight, 3 vessels carrying more than 25 Chinese nationals have been intercepted in U.S. waters after reportedly departing from Abaco on Saturday. The U.S. Coast Guard notifying the Bahamas Department of Immigration, resulting in the repatriation of nearly all individuals aboard the vessels back to the Bahamas. Meanwhile, those believed to be facilitators of the human smuggling operation remain in U.S. custody. Shalia Roll joins us live with the latest details. Shalia.
That's right, Romiko. 27 Chinese nationals marching into the Immigration Detention Center in Grand Bahama on Wednesday, this following a failed attempt at illegally entering the United States. According to immigration officials, 3 vessels allegedly left from Abaco on Saturday. This ordeal leaving 5 Bahamians and 1 Chinese detained in the U.S. with prosecution to follow.
For some time, this has been one of the largest groups that we've had.
14 males, 12 females, and a 4-year-old male toddler, all wearing hazmat suits and masks, while immigration officers searched through their bags following their transport from the Lucayan Harbor to the Immigration Detention Center. Chief Immigration Officer Naphtali Cooper says that they were notified by the U.S. Coast Guard on Saturday upon the discovery of the human smuggling operation. But get this, officials say that some of these migrants entered the country legally through New Providence around July 20th, 2025, and the others up until last week.
I cannot say if this is part of a larger operation, but it's been a substantial amount for some time now that we've seen.
5 Bahamians, 1 Chinese national are in custody in the United States pending investigations, while 3 others are seeking asylum. Cooper says that the United States held these individuals because they are said to be facilitators of this ordeal.
They will prosecute them in the U.S. Now, once the persons have, between our maritime laws between the United States and the Bahamas, dictates that once persons is proven that they were landed in the Bahamas, then what happens is that they would be sent back here.
Cooper admitting that the limited manpower scattered across the many islands and keys of the Bahamas, it remains difficult to fully monitor when vessels set sail. But he says there is a bigger issue at hand, smuggling people for profit.
There are persons who, in the Bahamas, who are willing to go ahead and make that happen for a fee, of course. And so this time it happened out of, presumably, allegedly out of Abaco. But this has been going on for some time.
But Cooper says there has been a noticeable decrease in human smuggling attempts, and officials point to the stricter U.S. immigration laws as a key factor.
Increase their manpower and their surveillance and securing of South Florida especially.
Here is one message immigration officials leave Bahamians who may be considering human smuggling.
Once they're caught, we will prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law for assisting in illegal embarkation, and that alone is up to $10,000 per person.
Now, these Chinese nationals are expected to be placed before the court in Grand Bahama this week, where they will be charged and sent to the nation's capital for further processing. Coming to you live from the immigration headquarters in Grand Bahama for the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Shalia Roll. Back to you, Romiko.
Thanks for that report, Shalia. Well, Grand Bahama is seeing a steady rebound in tourism. According to the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism Investment and Aviation, the Honorable I. Chester Cooper, the island is experiencing growth in both air and sea arrivals, fueled by ongoing major investments. Minister Cooper says he's confident Grand Bahama is on track to become the fastest growing tourism destination in the country. Jolanda Thompson-Everest reports.
A wave of optimism sweeping across Grand Bahama as Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investment and Aviation heralds a triumphant comeback for the island. In an exclusive interview with ZNS Northern Service, he underscores Grand Bahama's remarkable rebound, adding that by year's end, it will officially be the fastest growing island in the Bahamas.
And I anticipate by the end of the year that Grand Bahama overall will have the record as the undisputed fastest growing tourism market in the islands of the Bahamas.
The $600 million investment, Carnival Celebration Key, is expected to bring 1.5 million visitors to Grand Bahama by the end of 2025. As the Deputy Prime Minister celebrates the positive momentum in Grand Bahama's cruise industry, he also boasts that air arrivals on Grand Bahama have increased by 20% compared to figures from 2024.
Up to the end of July, growing at a clip of 20% ahead of 2024. And I remind you that 2024 was a record-setting year. So 20% ahead of 2024 puts Grand Bahama Island as the fastest growing island by air arrivals.
While expressing optimism about the island's direction, he attributes a turnaround to the government's commitment to this island and the support of the Grand Bahamian community.
Some time ago, I expressed optimism about the economy of Grand Bahama, and people made jokes. They thought I was playing politics. I made no apologies for it then. I make no apologies for it now. We're seeing it in the numbers. We're seeing it in the growth in air arrivals. We're seeing it in the growth of cruise arrivals. We're seeing it in growth in the cash registers of tour operators and taxi drivers and mom and pop shops. And I am delighted to have been involved, along with Prime Minister Davis, in driving this vision for the renaissance of Grand Bahama Island.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson-Everest.
Meanwhile, the Minister for Grand Bahama has reaffirmed the government's unwavering commitment to supporting residents through the ongoing rebuilding process in the aftermath of Hurricane Dorian. She acknowledged that even 6 years later, many residents are still struggling to piece their lives back together, a reality the government remains determined to address.
Shortly before the election, the SIRS order for the import of vehicles was stopped. So I remember there being protests about it and all that. And at that time I said, well, wait, there's so many people who cannot afford to get the vehicles right now, you know, because of trying to determine, am I going to eat or am I going to purchase a vehicle? Because we're all in survival mode. And so when that ended, I felt that that should not have happened. So one of the first things we did when we came to office was we reinstated, because it had ended, we reinstated the SIRS order for vehicles.
The Special Economic Recovery Zone SEERS order was a government directive enacted after Hurricane Dorian, granting duty-free and VAT-free concessions on approved goods and services in affected areas. It aimed to fast-track recovery by easing import costs and boosting rebuilding efforts.
Had lost. So many people did not have a chance to be able to get their vehicles, and now we gave them that other chance. Also, we would have extended the SIRS orders for supplies, building supplies, and other equipment in order to try to get their lives back on track. And so that was one of the immediate things we did as an administration to help those who had been devastated because of Hurricane Dorian.
Heading into news from the education beat, after the Ministry of Education released this year's Bahamas Junior Certificate and Bahamas General Certificate of Secondary Education results, schools across the northern Bahamas are celebrating notable academic gains. We caught up with two principals on Grand Bahama to find out what strategies led to their school's success. The details in this report.
National exam results are under the microscope, and across the country, students are pushing for better academic outcomes. But in Grand Bahama, some schools are not just talking about change, they're driving it. Aidmorag High School is one such school, showing that smart strategies can lead to real measurable results.
Last year, 2024, for our BJC, we increased from 56% to 60%. That's overall 4% increase. And when I say overall, we're talking about the ATD passes for those subject areas. And so we're going to continue to increase because we have a formula for success here at Blue Jay Country.
That formula, according to Aidmorag High Principal Albert Jones, begins with early preparation and consistent student engagement.
When we meet in homerooms, we ask students to communicate their goals. And once we get that picture, and then we all on the same page, then we can set our targets and do what we have to do to accomplish it.
A similar approach is evident at Tabernacle Baptist Christian Academy, a private school recently recognized by the Ministry of Education for its GPA improvement. Tabernacle joined schools like Aidmorag, BMES, St. George's, Forest Heights, and Smith Memorial, all part of a growing list of schools seeing academic gains.
We decided as a school that we would eliminate all of the U's and G's and F and E's, and we have seen a tremendous improvement.
Principal Bain explains that the shift began with a new testing strategy.
We decided to do is replicate the BJC and the BGCSE past papers. If we give a test, it won't just be 10 questions. It'll be in the BJC format. The kids see the setup just about every day, so makes it easier for them.
While the strategies may differ slightly, both schools agree that it's student-centered approaches that make the difference.
We asked the kids, if they were the teacher, how would you teach this lesson? And some answers are silly, but some answers you could glean from and help to make it more exciting for them.
And we're going to stay on that improving list. One way or the other, we got the formula to get that done.
Now, with the new school year underway, both principals say the goal is the same: keep students motivated, teachers supported, and excellence at the center of it all. Reporting from Blue Jay Country for the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.
And still to come.
September is Alzheimer's Awareness Month. Hear what is being planned for this observance. That story, sports, and more when we come back.
There are some things that are undeniably Bahamian. A good count salad, Junkanoo, the way we worship, the way we take care of one another, all undeniably Bahamian. And right in the midst of our iconic things, places, and people is Commonwealth Bank. Increasing access, sponsoring dreams, working alongside Bahamians to increase the quality of their lives for more than 60 years. Commonwealth Bank, nothing more than being Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
In celebration of 70 years of the city of Freeport, the Grand Bahama Port Authority presents the City Rush, a community Junkanoo rush out, October 11, 2025. Stay tuned to social media for more details.
Get ready for Bellevue Gifts and Supplies Back to School Sale. Now through September 13th, enjoy 15% off textbooks, workbooks, and school supplies. When you spend $25 or more, enter to win a tablet.
Save more drugs, from cosmetics to prosthetics. What you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, vitamins you need, and prescriptions you gain. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Sting Junkanoo Group is celebrating 25 years of music, and you're invited to the greatest show ever. Counting down the years, performing hit song after hit songs. BVS, Colin McDonald, KB, Dyson Knight, and D-Mac. Saturday, November 1st at the Farm Marshall Road, 8 p.m. until. Tickets can be purchased online at www.bahamasettickets.com for your skybox or to be a food vendor. Call 424-6433, 477-0191. Sponsored by ZNS, Island Luck TV, The Farm, Gatorade Today and Co. Limited, Krista Minute, and Associates.
Grand Bahama, get ready to march with a shout. The Bahama Brass Band presents a musical event like no other with a Shout Wheel March, a historic celebration of 170 years of passion, purpose, and powerful praise. 100 years in Nassau, 70 years Grand Bahama, featuring a rare and electrifying performance by the Trinidad and Tobago Police Force Band, all-female contingent, bold, brilliant, and unforgettable, at the Grand Lucayan Ballroom at 7 p.m. Saturday, September 13th, 2025. Tickets are $20 in advance and $25 at the door. Seating is limited and this will sell out. Tickets are available at 17 Shop and Frank's Ice Cream downtown Freeport. A night of rhythm, reverence, and revival. Don't miss it. Let the drums roll, let the horns soar, and the spirit move. This is more than a concert. It's a call to celebration.
Your #1 team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. The month of September is being observed as Alzheimer's Awareness Month through a joint initiative by the Department of Social Services, Rand Memorial Hospital, and retirement homes across Grand Bahama. The observance includes a full day of activities and free walkathon aimed at raising awareness and support for those affected by the disease. Ocean View Retirement Homes, Agatha Thompson says the event was made free to ease the financial strain many residents face.
September is a hard month in Grand Bahama and all over with fun, so we don't want to tax anybody. We just like everybody to walk in memory of, you might have your personal person, or on Grand Bahama, we know we have a group of persons that the police will provide us with all those different pictures and all that we can walk in memory of. And so it'll be a memory walk, and we're thinking of Port Lucaya Circle to Tano Beach. It's not going to be a fundraiser or anything, just a memory walk.
In addition to the planned activities, consultant psychiatrist at the Rand Memorial Hospital, Dr. Daphne Adderley-Sands, says the month should also focus on educating the public about Alzheimer's so families are better equipped to care for their loved ones affected by the disease.
My youngest client, since I came here, was at the age of 55, and she went to the store and couldn't remember how to get back home. So age is not only the older people now, it's also affecting younger people as well. And so be more vigilant about our family members and friends in their surroundings and the change in their memory.
All 7 people, 3 of them children, trapped in their attic for about 40 hours as waves engulfed their home. And Hurricane Dorian's 185-mile-per-hour winds ripped through Grand Bahama. 6 years later, Keldra Pinder says that she will never stop telling their story. Tonight, she shares why. Today, laughter fills the space of her new home. But 6 years ago, during Hurricane Dorian, while trapped in their attic for a grueling 40 hours, Keldra Pinder thought the end had come for her family.
I said, okay, this is it, and I'm going to meet my maker. Lord, just make sure, give me that opportunity to see you because we are going to die. But let's back up a bit. The Pinders lived over the bridge in Lucaya. The family had weathered many storms in their home before, so they believed they would be safe. In fact, they were asleep when Dorian's fury began unleashing on the eastern part of Grand Bahama until the phone rang. A cell phone call saying that the ocean is inland and you need to get up and you need to prepare. And we looked outside and that's when we saw just the ocean in our yard. There was no road in sight, just raging ocean. That call led to them seeking refuge in the attic. Her husband, their children, and other relatives huddled together for the next 40 hours. Their faith was all they could rely on.
just praying, just clinging to the promises of God that you said you will deliver us. You said when the flood waters come. You said when we go through the valley.
Thankfully, their home was one of the few in the area whose roof and structure remained intact. Despite losing their possessions, Pinder wanted to renovate and stay put, but her family felt differently.
They were like, we don't want to go back. And so it was a family decision, and I was outnumbered.
After such a traumatic experience, she had gained a powerful life lesson.
A lot of things may frazzle us, bother us, but nothing like it in the grand scheme of things, 99% of the things that we think are important are not.
6 years later, Pinder says she has no issue sharing her story. It has forever changed her outlook on life.
I don't want to have the mentality that I had prior to Dorian, because I think a lot of times we do take things for granted unknowingly. And so because it has, shaped my thinking in such a way, I don't mind reliving it from time to time. I vowed to God, I said, God, if you let me live, if you spare my life, the lives of my family members, I will tell people about your power.
Yeah, Jay, September will always be a month we will remember.
All right, Miko, man, I don't even like to talk about it, but certainly we was here for the entire time, was able to capture some moments and also had experiences ourselves.
Absolutely.
But, hey, 6 years later.
6 years later, what do you have in sports tonight?
Coming up in sports, Mako Aquatics, one of the 3 swim clubs on the island, preparing for the opener of the season. Some pretty good swimmers ready to rock and roll, Miko.
All right, they're making a splash. That's coming your way next after the break.
It's back to school and back to savings at Bellevue Business Depot. 20% store-wide sale until September 13th on cash and credit card purchases. Spend $50 or more to enter to win a laptop. Drawing and sale ends September 13th.
At Save More Drugs, we got you. We got what you want. We got what you need. We got what you came for. The quality you expect. The prices you need and deserve. Save more. At Save More Drugs.
Journey to a serene oasis. Relax. Rejuvenate. Renew. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
I still want to put shoes on your feet.
I want to put some shoes on your feet.
And I still want to put shoes on your feet.
We still want to put shoes on your feet.
2 locations to put shoes on your feet. Downtown Freeport, and now our newest location in the Carmichael City Shopping Plaza, right behind the Walk-Up Wendy's, Carmichael Road West.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm self-insuring my investment, starting with this tarp.
We all remember the blue tarps after the storm. Let's make sure that we are covered with more than a tarp. Don't allow your investment to be at risk. Protect your investment with one of our insurance policies. Nobody
does it better.
Strength isn't claimed, it's built. At Heroic Concrete, every block is made with purpose. Crafted to protect, poured to endure. From ready-mix to premium 8-inch blocks, we supply the strength our nation needs. Proudly made in Grand Bahama, built for hurricanes, built for legacy. Creating products to bring value to our lives and strength to our future. Call 820-4376 or email sales@heroicgrouplimited.com.
Here at Freeport Decorators, we have hundreds of products for you to choose from. Whether you're in the market for trophies, plaques, rubber stamps, corporate signs, any kind of interior signage, stamps, or seals, we're your one-stop shop. We feature glass, acrylic, crystal awards for every occasion. We build all the trophies here on site. Looking for a gift item? We feature pens, key rings, mugs, tumblers, barbecue tools, even bamboo cutting boards. Have something already? Bring it on down. Let us see if we can print that special something on it for you. Need a headstone? Memorialize the memory of your loved one with a beautifully lasered granite marker. Our store hours are Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. We focus on customization. So if you have an idea or a new concept, bring it on down or call us at 352-5557 or even WhatsApp your idea to us at 646-0777 and we will do our best to make your awards and recognition ideas a reality.
Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to Sports Talk in Sports. Mako Aquatics Grand Bahamas poised again for another successful season ahead. Director of the YMCA, Karen Pinder Johnson, says practice will begin as early as next week for the swimmers, with a local meet scheduled for next month.
We're just excited right now. We're getting ready to go into a parents' meeting, and then shortly after that, we will meet with swimmers and parents individually to chart the way forward. We're scheduled to commence our competitive training on the 8th of September. Our calendar for us, we will do a local meet. We will create a meet ourselves. Of course, we have to get the sanction from Bahamas Aquatics. And once that's done, we'll have a local meet, and then we would either travel to Nassau or find a U.S. meet for our kids to get the exposure.
Next in sports, softball scores from the Grand Bahama Amateur Softball League. Taylor City Marlins won by default versus Athletic in all-men play. Now in co-ed action, GBPA regulators took down immigration enforcers 12-10. In the third game, Cooper's Destroyers dominated Child's Investments 13-4, and Pat's Uniform got a huge win against one family. The final score on that one was 16-1. From the diamond to the hardwood, Jonquil, Jones, and the New York Liberty fell short to Golden State 66-58 on the road. Jones did not have a strong showing in this one, as she was held to just 5 points and 4 rebounds on the night. With the loss, New York drops to 24-17 on the season, with just 3 games remaining on the regular season. And last in sports, the Grand Bahama Tennis Association is hoping to someday introduce tennis in the high school system.
We're starting to work with the ministry and the PTA association. We'll have involved them in discussions to try and get tennis, even as an introductory or demonstration type of thing. But we want to get tennis into the schools. That way we can fast track the development of tennis on the island of Grand Bahama.
And that's your quick check on sports. Your Facebook friend of the day is next. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
Save more drugs. We got you. From cosmetics to prosthetics, what you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, the prices you need and deserve. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
While others see customers as numbers, we see our customers as people, neighbors, friends who deserve more than one-sided connections. That's why we are redefining what real connection is, by prioritizing our customers and showing our appreciation by putting our money where your loyalty is. ATC customers, claim your $200 Bahamas Air gift card when you add postpaid mobile to your internet plan. That's loyalty that flows both ways.
Doctors Hospitals reimagine primary care. We've invested to improve our health system, ensuring that accessible, affordable, world-class clinical care is closer to you. Your relationship with a primary care provider shapes the foundation of your overall health. Our new, modern primary care facilities are where critical diagnosis and true personalized treatment begin. With locations in Freeport and 8 Mile Rock, we invite you to experience the Doctors Hospital difference. Book your next appointment at clinics.doctorshos.com.
Take control of your energy your way with the GPPC customer portal. Whether you're at home or on the go, understanding your electricity usage has never been easier. Ever wonder how changes at home affect your bill? The portal's marker feature helps you track how things like installing a new appliance, working from home, or renovating impact your energy use. Did you know that weather plays a big role in your electricity usage? With built-in weather analytics, you can see how temperature shifts drive your energy use and plan smarter during hot summer months or cooler periods. Set custom alerts to stay ahead. Get notified when you're using more energy than usual or when your usage spikes, helping you manage your habits in real time. Need a clearer picture of your...
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, striking a balance between tenants and landlords, a vexing issue legislators plan to address upon their return to Parliament. We'll tell you how. Plus, an afternoon swim upended by tragedy for a man here in the capital. And a plea for change. Bus drivers make a case for a fare increase amid soaring cost. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report starts now. Good evening, everyone. I'm Mukush Lapinder, and welcome to the broadcast. The government's exploring ways to safeguard tenants who have long expressed concern and dismay about their landlords. The Minister of Economic Affairs gave our Maya Moss insight on how the government is preparing to take the issue to Parliament as part of its promise to address the high cost of living here in the Bahamas.
Renting an apartment in the Bahamas can be a harrowing feat. Astronomical prices and the requirement to pay triple the rent just to move in. Take a look through the classified ads. Rent for a one-bedroom apartment in Sea Breeze is $1,600 per month. On Bacardi Road, $1,800. A two-bedroom house on Carmichael Road can run you into $2,600. And some landlords say no children or pets. These restrictions can feel impossible to attain as they limit the choice of renters and place a significant strain on household budgets. Minister of Economic Affairs, Senator the Honorable Michael Halkitis, acknowledges the pressures faced by renters and says the government will address these concerns as early as next month.
We're currently looking at how we can amend that to bring more protection to mostly tenants, but we also have to be aware that we have to ensure that we're fair to landlords. But we want to ensure that individuals who rent are not do not fall victim to unfair practices, rapid escalations, etc. And so the public will be hearing more about that, particularly as we go back into Parliament in October.
Minister Halkitis also addressed measures to give tenants a stronger voice, highlighting plans to open doors for rent-related complaints through the Consumer Protection Commission.
We are engaging more individuals to accept rent complaints. We have a small staff that deals with receiving rent complaints at our Consumer Protection Commission, which is on Tonic-Williams-Darling Highway. We're beefing up that staff so in Bahamians and renters can feel more confident coming forward with their complaints.
With household rents continuing to climb and families forced to make difficult choices, Minister Halkitis emphasized that the government will bring the necessary support and ensure their struggles won't be ignored. Reporting for the Bahamas tonight, I'm Amaya Moss.
We now turn our attention to a story of a different kind. Tonight, officials of the Junkanoo Corporation of New Providence are in a meeting as they continue to agitate for revisions to the proposed National Junkanoo Authority Bill, which the government expects to pass next month. The group has had several of its planned meetings with the government postponed. Most recently, they were expected to meet with the AG's office yesterday. However, that meeting was put off. Corval Pyfrom is outside tonight's meeting at JCMP headquarters at
Norfolk House and joins us with more. Corvell?
At the onset, we should make it clear that tonight's meeting of the Junkanoo Corporation of New Providence is not, this meeting tonight is in no way in direct response to what Minister Boleg said yesterday. But let's be clear, though, that it will be one of the points discussed here tonight. More pushback tonight from the Junkanoo Corporation of New Providence over this proposed National Junkanoo Authority bill, saying it's being left out of the discussions. Weeks back, there were two meetings between the JCNP and culture officials, one behind closed doors, the other an open forum. But since then, meetings have been postponed. On Tuesday, Culture Minister Mario Boleg sought to give some clarity on where things stood.
As you know, we have already adjusted the bill since we last made it public based on the recommendation from the public consultation we would have had. And so, as soon as we get their input, we will then make the final bill draft, I should say, to go to the public before I take it to the House in October.
About adjustments to the act gleaned through these consultations, the minister was vague.
I think it was something as relates to pension that they wanted persons to be involved with. Then I think clarity on job descriptions as it relates to the corporations, how they involvement in the management of the parades and whatever have you.
As for concerns that the delay in resolving this matter impacting the upcoming Junkanoo parades, Minister Boleg assures there's no need to panic.
It takes time to put an authority together. You just don't go and pick people off your fingers. You got to, the authority has to come together. They have to properly plan to be able to organize itself. You have to find a physical location for them to be in, set up themselves and start preparing themselves for upcoming parades, which will probably be next year. The 26-27 parades, but it will definitely not impact these upcoming parades.
And so here we are outside Norfolk House. This is, of course, the headquarters for the Junkanoo Corporation of New Providence. Joining us is the PR officer for the JCNP, John Williams. John, thanks for being with us this evening. Now, someone tells me that the JCNP found out that yesterday's meeting was postponed on television. Is that true?
Well, we knew it was postponed because we were once again in place. And I want to be crystal clear. This is our third meeting and our third attempt trying to meet with the government. And for whatever reason, whether it be scheduling or pop-ups, we were unable to meet.
So where do things stand? How communications? How's the relationship?
Our relationship is good. As we've always said, the JCNP has experienced a wonderful relationship with the government, but we're at a point right now where we're dealing with this bill, and we want to meet. We want to get our resolutions in. We want to get our recommendations in. I've heard him say that he's had recommendations from the other organizations, but we want to get ours in. We want to meet, and we want our recommendations to be into the government.
We also heard him say in the piece just now that come next week, there will be a meeting. Have you guys set a date for when that will happen?
I'm not aware of any date that has been set, but we are hoping that one is set because, as I said, we are 180 strong. All right, we're meeting tonight. It's one of the things that we want to discuss. We want to move forward, and we are not sure how this bill would impact our parades here in New Providence. So we want to meet, and we want to get things resolved.
Finally, the minister is steadfast that this bill, though, will move full steam ahead.
If the bill moves full steam ahead, our goal is to establish what our role will be. If there will be an authority, we need to know that the JCNP will be the authority for New Providence or be a part of the authority. I mean, we've been governing it for 20+ years now, and we see no reason why we cannot continue.
All right, more to talk about Junkanoo. That's the very latest outside the JCNP for the Bahamas tonight. I'm Corvell Pipe from back in studio to you.
Well, thanks, Corvell. This, of course, an issue that Junkanooers and Junkanoo enthusiasts wish to be resolved sooner than later. Well, we shift our attention now to news on the labor front. And tonight we can tell you strike action is imminent if the government does not correct its verification process on its new Cloud Bahamas platform. That's what Bahamas Union of Teachers President Belinda Wilson threatened in a social media message. The new digital system is the Davis administration's answer to modernizing the civil service. Wilson learned that the public service verification team reportedly warned teachers that they won't receive a salary if their information is not confirmed on the platform. Well, this didn't sit well with the union president, who hinted that if any teachers' funds are missing, her team will assemble in front of the Prime Minister's Cable Beach office to demand answers.
Do not be threatened. Do not be bullied. They have to implement this in the proper manner. They cannot circumvent the Bahamas Union of Teachers, and they cannot circumvent the Bahamas Public Service Union. So again, I'm advising, I'm recommending, I'm urging public servants throughout the Bahamas, and especially the members of the Bahamas Union of Teachers, do not log on to the Oracle and do not verify with the verification team until you hear back from both presidents.
Meantime, bus drivers not at all happy, and at the heart of their dissatisfaction, issues they say are crippling their livelihood. Case in point, unchanged bus fees. And as Danielle Dean tells us in this next report, while their concern grows, their patience is wearing thin.
Here in the Bahamas, the public bus fare for adults is $1.50 for a one-way trip. That 25-cent increase took place in 2024, and it took a decade to get to that. But the General Secretary of the Bahamas Unified Bus Drivers Union, Corval Colbrook, says, given the fact that the cost of supplies and living has shot up, the current bus fare is no longer sustainable.
The bus fare should have been brought up to $2 per person for senior, for adults. As I say, cost of living has skyrocketed, fuel and parts. But as I said again, it's like they want us to fail.
Colbrook further argues that drivers work excess hours morning and night just to make decent earning.
Might be 200 probably a day. Just after expensive, but then as I say, you have to pay his boss. But how long do that driver have to be on the road to make that? As I said, we never fail our customers. We're on the road. Some drivers are on the road from after 4 o'clock in the morning.
And then there's the claim that authorities are not properly vetting some drivers.
Without the proper checks, you have a lot of fellas them being hired that should not have been hired. Okay, we question many things, but still, they continue to hire. Our senior drivers say, when there were road traffic officers on the road doing the job, they didn't have this problem.
Colbrook says they take their responsibility to transport passengers that sit on buses like this one very seriously. Union members hope to see these issues resolved. And after all, like Colbrook says, their livelihoods depend on it. Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Danielle Dean.
Well, the Bahamas Union of Teachers and the Bahamas Unified Bus Drivers Union not the only ones going public with issues and threatening to take action. Taxi cab drivers, custodians and lecturers have also expressed disappointment and frustration about the way they feel they're being treated. The groups have all pointed the finger at the government, whom they alleged have not lived up to its promise. Despite such grievances, the Labor and Public Service Minister, the Honorable Pia Glover-Roll, still holds that the Davis administration's record on labor relations is strong.
We have 48 unions in our country. I feel that, and if you can look, you can see that there's only a few unions that continue to agitate. For the most part, the majority of the unions in our country, their matters have been ameliorated. They continue to dialogue with us socially and in a mature way, and that is evidence that labor relations is still, in my opinion, and in the opinion of many unions that we meet with on a quarterly basis, is moving in the right direction.
Coming up, a wet Wednesday. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
There are some things that are undeniably Bahamian. A good count salad, Junkanoo, the way we worship, the way we take care of one another, all undeniably Bahamian. And right in the midst of our iconic things, places, and people is Commonwealth Bank. Increasing access, sponsoring dreams, working alongside Bahamians to increase the quality of their lives for more than 60 years. Commonwealth Bank, nothing more than being Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
The last eclipse of our galaxy. Scientists are gathered here today to witness this extraordinary event. Simply marvelous, extraordinary, unforgettable, one of a kind. Oh man, that's amazing.
You can't ignore the craving that makes everything crunch. The new crispy barbecue bacon sandwich with barbecue sauce, cheddar, bacon, crispy onions, and an extra large chicken fillet. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Sting Junkanoo Group is celebrating 25 years of music, and you're invited to the greatest show ever. Counting down the years, performing hit song after hit songs. BBS, Colin McDonald, KB, Dyson Knight, and D-Mac. Saturday, November 1st at the Farm Marshall Road, 8 p.m. until. Tickets can be purchased online at www.bahamaseattickets.com. For your skybox or to be a food vendor, call 424-6433, 477-0191. Sponsored by ZNS, Island Luck TV, The Farm, Gatorade Today and Co. Limited, Krista Minute, and Associates.
It's me, Wednesday Addams. Your life just took a dark turn. I regret to inform you that I have devised the meal of misfortune with Wendy's. It's pure torture for your taste buds, with 4 nightmarish dips of dread. Don't waste my time asking which ones you'll get. You must surrender to your fate. Enjoy the anguish.
And talk about wading through the water. You're looking at a shot there of remnants from today's rainstorm that left pockets of the capital flooded and traffic at a crawl. Welcome back. Well, this afternoon's heavy downpour over the capital, while not breaking any records or even coming close to breaking any, did, as we indicated, create some treacherous driving conditions. Drivers tried their best to make it through streets that by mid-afternoon had turned into streams. Several cars stalled in the settled water, while at least others thought it best to turn around and head for, well, higher ground. Main corridors and back roads both got some of the deluge. However, in most areas, by late afternoon, waters had subsided and things were almost back to normal. Be reminded, though, that forecasters do say September is our wettest month, and it's sadly worth pointing out that this is only September 3rd. In other news tonight, 32 of the 39 seats in the House of Assembly are occupied by men. But as the next general election draws near and the public's attention becomes more focused on who will make those candidate lists, a few women in politics weigh in on female representation and the need to once again get those numbers up. Cleopatra Murphy has that story.
Of the 39 seats in the House of Assembly, women account for just 7, highlighting that of the strides the country has made since the first woman voted in 1962 and Janet Bostwick elected as the first woman in the House of Assembly in 1982, women are still underrepresented in the political arena. Senate President Lachelle Adderley says it's one of the issues that will be tackled at the Commonwealth Women Parliamentarians Conference next week, a part of the 47th Regional Commonwealth Parliamentary Association Conference.
We know what the impediments are, so it's a matter of addressing those impediments. And we're also going to look at various aspects such as gender scrutinization, also with respect to budgeting, which impacts, and also the legislation, looking at it from a gender bias lens.
She hopes more women will be motivated to enter frontline politics. This is as the Bahamas braces for a general election next year, one where so far the opposition has named 9 female candidates, while who will run on the governing Progressive Liberal Party's ticket has yet to be revealed. The party has 7 sitting female members of parliament. House Speaker Patricia DeVoe says with the female commissioner of police, a female Senate president, and a female House Speaker, the country has a lot to brag about.
We have females playing major roles in the development of country. So I believe that when we talk about barriers, barriers exist. Yes, they do. But I don't think that barriers are there to stop us from doing and excelling in what we are. We're always going to have barriers as women. Because as women, yes, males are always going to give us a very tough time.
As a woman in politics and a female House Speaker, DeVoe knows all too well the challenges women face.
Control is a barrier, and males do not like women to take control. And so that has been something that I have been battling from day one, but it's nothing to set back because everybody knows my style.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
And speaking of politics, the polls in Jamaica's 19th general election are closed. Earlier today, more than 2 million Jamaican voters faced a choice between the Dr. Andrew Holness-led Jamaican Labour Party's bid for a historic third term and Mark Golding's People's National Party's quest for a return to power. Now, on the line are 63 parliamentary seats with 184 candidates vying for power in what polls have projected as a tight race to the 32 seats needed to control the House of Representatives. The JLP and PNP have each entered a full candidate slate, while the Jamaica Progressive Party is contesting 43 constituencies, the United Independents Congress 7 and 9 independent candidates. Of the 190 candidates, 136 are women. Are men, rather, and 54 are women. We hope to provide you with some preliminary results in the Bahamas tonight at 11. All in autopsies to provide more details on the cause of death, but for now, police are ruling the death of a man here in New Providence yesterday as an alleged drowning. According to preliminary investigations, it was around 2:30 p.m. that police and emergency medical services responded to a report of an unresponsive male in the area of the South Beach Canal. It said the victim was swimming with friends. When he experienced difficulties, he was assisted to the shore where CPR was administered, but there were no vital signs of life. The matter's under active investigations.
This portion of the news is brought to you by folk called Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Wait, where you grabbing all these pizzas, boy?
Wait, Marcos, wait. We have a special on all the large one-topping pizzas, wait.
Pineapple.
All.
Barbecue.
All. Hey, VAT included, but.
I need the $10 special plate. How many would you like? 20 in it. Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it? The Marcos got that deal, boy.
After I was in a plane crash in June 1983, I lost my left arm. I had some good friends, came along, fishing guides. They said, man, we can teach you to fly fish. Exuma, exuma. Can you see? Look at it, man. One of the nicest places you want to be in the world. There were challenges learning to cast, learning to put a fly on a leader, learning to tie the different knots. For me, as a handicapped individual, as a matter of fact, I don't really feel handicapped because I could do everything, man. Anything anybody could do, I think I could do it too. Because put your mindset to do anything, no matter what you are, what you look like, what's happening to you, you can do it. Persons in our positions, it's hard to get fundings and very, very expensive. SBDC would be helpful in regards to help funding people with disabilities. So nothing is impossible if you're disabled, any kind of disability. Put faith in God and trust God. Believe you will overcome.
Are you straight? Bro, I ain't getting no service. I can't make no calls. I can't post nothing on my stories. I don't get it.
Wait, you went on a live?
Shad, come, let's fix that. Come. This one needs saving. Pour them over, please.
Say less. Sign up today. Enjoy 5 gigs on us with select prepaid plans when you port your number to Alive, or 3 months free Alive fiber services when you port your landline.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code. Select your payment amount and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
This portion of the news is brought to you by 700 Wines and Spirits, bringing celebration across the nation.
September ushering in a month-long campaign to raise awareness and end the stigma surrounding neurodegenerative disease, Alzheimer's. One event, one family, one conversation at a time. Daniel Dean speaks to association members for this week's edition of Health Matters.
Alzheimer's. We hear about its impact, but what do we know about it besides the fact that it's a disease that causes forgetfulness? September is Alzheimer's Awareness Month. President of the Bahamas Alzheimer's Association, Wendy Poitier, is on a mission to mount an effective public educational campaign.
We want to bring awareness about the disease and to bring it out of the back room. You know, people, if the person has Alzheimer's or dementia, they're hiding them away. But no, we want to bring the conversation out. We want to start the conversation. We want to have that stigma that is associated with the disease.
And no, Alzheimer's is not an inevitable part of getting older.
A lot of healthcare professionals themselves believe that Alzheimer's is a form of aging, but it's not. It's a brain disease, it's a reduction in cognitive ability, and it can start from as young as 40 years old.
Poitier believes a national comprehensive policy should be implemented for those affected and those that help to take care of them.
In 2017, the government of the Bahamas signed on with World Health Organization that they will implement a national dementia plan. Unfortunately, we don't have that as yet, but we at the Bahamas Alzheimer's Association are trying to work with our government and trying to encourage that.
The association has a slate of activities planned this month. Tune into the Bahamas Tonight Access now to find out what. Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Danielle Dean.
Well, for the lighter side of news, we toss things over now to Marlena, who gives us a sneak peek of what's coming up in Access Now. Marlena?
Well, we know it's Wednesday, so we've got Leno Wealthwise coming up. We get all those wealth management tips coming in, but we also still have back to school fever, and we've got the principal of Doris Johnson with us tonight, so we'll be hearing from him as well.
Sounds good as always. Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report continues after this.
Diet-friendly special.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Pack your bags and get ready for a summer of incredible adventures with BOB's Bucket List Bliss promotion. Now through September 30th, be approved for a BOB consumer loan or a Visa credit card, and you could win exciting weekly prizes plus a fabulous vacation for two to a BOB Bucket List destination. So this summer, keep your passport on standby and win big with BOB, your bank of solutions. Apply today at www.bankbahamas.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Well, it's an all too familiar tale. Hurricane Dorian tore through the Bahamas with 185 miles per hour winds and left behind devastation and destruction. But for one Bahamian artist, it was more than just loss of prosperity, but a test of faith, survival, and resilience. Desmond Saunders has a story.
The water was about 18 feet high from the ground, which our house was submerged, including the neighbors and all the surrounding communities.
Popular gospel music artist and Grand Bahama native Simeon Alton lost practically everything that day. His home gutted, his vehicle swept away, and thousands of dollars in damage. But with the help of friends, family, and his faith, he began to rebuild one step at a time.
The cost for us to been able to rebuild was just a little over $80,000. A whole gap was in the garage wall. We had to put that back together. The roof of the house suffered little damage, but the main damage was no windows, no doors, no garage doors, no sheetrock. I wonder where the washer and dryer went.
Beyond rebuilding, Outen poured himself into helping others, offering spiritual counseling to those too traumatized by the storm. 6 years later, he still sees the scars on buildings and in hearts and minds of so many.
Here on the island Grand Bahama, I see the mental effects from Dorian like I've never seen it in any other storm before. A lot of our young men have lost their mind. And so counselors were available for those who took advantage, but I still see the effects today.
The award-winning gospel artist is preparing to release his final album, a musical tribute to survival and divine purpose. His message to others facing disaster?
Things may not look good or even sound good, but whatever you do, be thankful with a grateful heart for these three things: life, health, and strength.
Dorian shattered homes, lives, and dreams, but it did not break Simeon's spirit. Outen's story, a testament of faith, resilience, and the unyielding strength of the Bahamian people. Desmond Saunders of Bahamas Tonight.
Oh, great story there, Desmond. And as always, we leave you, as always this week, that is, we leave you with these faces.
Embracing the spirit of Goombay at Nassau Goombay Summer Festival, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honorable I. Chester Cooper, expressed his excitement for future cultural festivities.
I feel like we shouldn't let it end, but we're wrapping it up here at Nassau, but there's more to come. We're going to Niagara next week, and we promised that we would take Goombay around the islands. We thought we would bring back this great Bahamian festival to Bay Street. We've done that in grand style, and we've also taken it to the island. So I'm excited about the possibilities. I hope that every year can be better than the year before, and we certainly have our work cut out for us because we have a great show on tonight. I think homecomings and festivals and regattas is a part of who we are. It's a part of our way of life. It's good for the display of our culture, but importantly, it's also about the vendors and the Bahamian people. So vendors have an opportunity to make money. We have an opportunity for camaraderie. The homecomings are great because people come together and really celebrate with their family and friends and really get in touch with what makes us who we are. So this is an exciting occasion always when the Ministry of Tourism has an opportunity to put these shows on. They are for the enjoyment of our guests, tourists from around the world, but importantly they are for Bahamians, because I think if we really show tourists from abroad how we love the culture of the Bahamas, they will see and they will feel that spirit, and they will join in the celebration and come back again and again.
For more tourism updates, visit Tourism Today or Bahamas.com. I'm Michael Miller, and this is Tourism Today.
Bahamas' biggest night this November 1st. Join Alliance Promotions, YBE Promotions, Bahamas Ministry of Tourism, and Bahamas Air as they present the Fall in Love 90s R&B Concert Series at the National Stadium Ground, performing for the first time. Tyrese comes to Bahamas to deliver an unforgettable performance. Also performing R&B sensation Uncle Sam. Get ready for Deborah Cox. The Fall in Love 90s R&B Concert Series, Saturday, November 1st at the National Stadium Ground. Nassau, Tyrese, Uncle Sam, and Deborah Cox. Advance tickets are available now at all Cash and Go locations. Or log on to cashandgobahamas.com. For info, call 242-427-8111 or call 242-357-0116. Be there.
Bahamian public schools are now equipped with a plethora of crossing guards. Stay close for an update. And 40 of our best citizens who are under 40 have been named to be honored soon. We have the details straight ahead. And the Prince of Peace Masonic Lodge gives fire safety tips. And coming up in sports, Mr. 500. Jazz gets the 500th hit of his MLB career.
The Bahamas Tonight Access Now starts now.
Good evening, I'm Marlena Leonard. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, Access Now. And on day 3, we still have back to school fever here on Access Now. And tonight we have an opening guest in the person of Mr. Kent Lightbourne, who's the principal at Doris Johnson High School. Welcome to Access Now.
Thank you very much.
Now, can we start with just telling us how long have you been an educator and how long have you been principal at Doris Johnson High School?
I've been in education about 30 years. It started in '95. And in administration, about 13 years.
Amazing. And so what are some of the positive changes we can expect at Doris Johnson this year?
Oh, the positive changes are all going to revolve around our students. Our students are doing awesome work. And I have to say, my teachers and my administrative staff, they are ready to go, and all of the magic is going to come through them.
So you say you've got, 30 years of experience in the field. As an educator over those years, what would you say has brought you the ultimate joy?
Wow. The most significant thing, I think, that has happened in the 30 years has still been when I first came at Doris Johnson, and to move our graduation rate from 18% up to 54%. To me, that was, yes.
That is a definite legacy there. Now, it's time for the big money question that we've been asking everybody as they've come in this week. We're now on day 3 of the school year. What were the first 3 days like at Doris Johnson?
It was a very motivational time. It was the time that we were trying to inspire our students and our teachers and administrators. So it's been very hectic, but now we're kind of settling in, and students are getting used to the routine, as well as our teachers.
Amazing. Well, Kent Lightbourne, principal of Doris Johnson, it was great to have you on the show, and we're wishing you all the best for the school year and all those amazing changes that are coming soon. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
See you soon. As for us, it's time for us to dive right into the news. The group of Road Traffic Department school crossing guards that both studied and graduated within the past few weeks have been assigned to their respective schools just in time for students' return. During the rush of Back to School Monday, Katarina Cooper got a feel for her new role at the Cleveland Eneas Primary School.
I actually could focus more on the kids, even though I have kids on my own, but I get to see different nationalities and chill with them and know how they carry on throughout the day. I have kids of my own, and one used to go here, he's going to grade 8 now, so Rachel is family, and I'm close to home.
Cooper humbly acknowledges, though she made it through the first day of school, there might be more chaos to come, but she feels well prepared to take on any challenge as she focuses on putting what she's learned to practice this school year.
Working more with the kids, because school hasn't begun as yet, so more coming in, so my job hasn't been done yet, so I ain't get the real deal yet.
Well, the spotlight will soon shine on some of the nation's brightest and most promising minds as the 40 Under 40 Awards prepare to recognize young Bahamians making their mark across industries. The initiative, adopted from the United States, highlights and celebrates the hard work, vision, and dedication of young professionals who are leaders in their own right. Among this year's honorees are diverse Bahamians contributing to national development. Some felt the recognition of young professionals has grown, while others believe more needs to be done to uplift and support these young trailblazers.
I would say that programs such as this does an excellent job of recognizing individuals that are young and striving.
No, to be honest. I think more could be done. And I want to say to the producers of 40 Under 40, job well done. And actually shining the light on successful entrepreneurs.
Traditionally, we didn't. You had a lot of older people staying in these spaces, and the younger people weren't getting recognized for the work that they were doing. But now we're seeing it more and more, and I'm so excited to see it.
Despite their different perspectives, the honorees are offering words of encouragement for those hoping to follow in their footsteps.
I would just tell them to just think about what drives you. What is your purpose? What are you passionate about? And pursue that relentlessly.
But what I would share with an 18-year-old, to other 18-year-olds being that age, is to just push.
Who may be aspiring for a career in law or public service is to focus on purpose and impact rather than the title.
Great advice. Well, police, fire officials, masons, and the community joined forces this weekend to host a fire safety workshop, teaching young minds how to spot dangers and prevent disasters. Here's Amaya Moss with the story.
Through the hands of demonstrators and real-world scenarios, complex safety protocols were transformed into simple, unforgettable lessons. The message was clear. Fire safety isn't just about drills, it's empowerment. Knowledge, in this case, could mean the difference between disaster and survival. Grandmaster of the event is Lloyd Jones.
This is a great day for us and for residents of the community, so them to have some form of awareness that fire is a very serious thing and it sets you back a milestone. So we want to encompass that inside our to-do so we can make them aware that fire is safety is a great thing for them to have measures and know what not to do to help themselves in the future.
For these young participants, the day was a lesson in bravery, leaving the demonstration fueled with the confidence to know that even small hands and young hearts can be heroes when it counts.
I learned that the fire station really help people out most and save people, and I'm very nice because all the people is very nice, and I learned today to be kind to others and respectful to our teachers, our parents, and everyone else.
I learned to not play with fire because it's very dangerous, and I learned to be helpful to others and to help out the community with stuff.
For the youths today, every step they practice, every lesson they absorbed planted a spark of bravery that may shine brightly in moments where it matters most. Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Amaya Moss.
Definitely an important lesson, and I'm sure they're going to remember it because they had so much fun. Well, back to school season is in full swing, and community groups have stepped up to make sure students are ready. Rotary, along with its partners in Bamboo Shack, made sure to have special giveaways for students. Here's the story.
We've heard from organizations, community leaders, and members of parliament this back-to-school season. But the truth is, the event aren't for them. They're for the children. And the kids themselves had plenty to say as they got ready to head back into the classroom. At Bamboo Shack's school giveaway, excitement filled the air, but most importantly, acknowledgement and gratitude.
Absolutely amazing, because not every child has access to school supplies on a daily basis, because not everyone has the time out of their week to go looking for school supplies. And it's a really great initiative to find out that such a business out here would give out back-to-school supplies to students.
Meanwhile, Bamboo Shack's team shared on their commitment to education. The company's PR representative explained that Bamboo Shack sees itself as not only a restaurant, but also a community partner.
So it's just important for us to give back to our community. What we want people to just take from this is education is key. We know that any little support we can give to fund your education is going to help you strive to be better. So with our Bamboo Love Foundation, this summer we gave 6 scholarships to our summer interns, and we want to continue this and just give scholarships to our entire community.
A similar scene played out at Rotary's Back to School event, where students walked away with school supplies.
They did a really awesome job, and it's very good to give out to the people who don't have these things like we do. Be thankful for them because they giving out free things, and who knows, some people who can't buy them or anything, they can come here and ask for help.
Rotary's partner include the Queen Esther Chapter 232. Anastasia Small shared that in their team, everyone has a hand in the education system.
As a 15-year teacher, I see these children. I know what they need. I know sometimes they are afraid to say, you know, they don't have it, and I know how they get teased sometimes. So what we did today, we not only gave them backpacks like everyone else, we gave them quality stuff. As a teacher, I knew what they needed in their bags, and they got healthy snacks. We have organic snacks for them that will last them for a while, at least for the first week or two of school, so that they can have exactly what they need.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Wes Calix Forbes.
Thanks, Wes. Still to come, it's Wednesday, so you know what time it is. It's time for Leno's Wealthwise. And just before that, our Basil Dean will bring the weather report. So stay close.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Back to school and back to Super Value and quality supermarkets for specials like Mott's apple juice, 11.5 ounces, 99 cents. Lay's chips, assorted 1 ounce, 2 for $1.39. Snack pack juicy gels or puddings, 4-pack, $2.99. Armor Lunchables, assorted 2 ounces, 2 for $3. Meat composition books, $1.59 each. Case price, $18.89. Save on school snacks and supplies at Super Value and Quality Supermarket.
There's a place where every detail whispers elegance, where our art greets you at every corner, where flowers linger like a secret well kept, and your sweet dreams become your sanctuary. This isn't just an ordinary bed and breakfast. It's a name that says signature. The Bella Signature Restaurant and Suites. A taste of the Bahamian dream.
It's time for your Access weather forecast, and we continue to monitor this area of showers and thunderstorms several hundred miles to the west-southwest of the Azores Islands, and that is moving towards the west at a very good clip at about 10 to 15 miles per hour, and we are giving this a very good chance of development, 80% chance that it will become a tropical depression, possibly even a tropical storm over the next several days, and that should take us right through the weekend, but we will keep our eyes on this one very, very closely. And as we move a little further, we can go back to our live weather radar. You can see lots of showers across the northwest and central parts of our country. Well, that's in association with that frontal system that has drifted towards the south. And then we expect it to back up towards the north over the next 24 to 36 hours, meaning these showers will remain in place for the next several days, taking us right through the weekend and the early part of next week with pockets of showers and thunderstorms, some of which will be heavy at time, resulted in localized flooding. Boating forecast tonight through Friday in the northwestern islands. Southwesterly flow 10 knots. Wave heights are very flat, 1 to 3 feet, but near those showers and thunderstorms, winds and seas will be locally higher. Now, your first low tide, that will take place at 11:53 tonight, another low tide at 11:44 tomorrow morning. And for the central and southeastern islands through Friday, the wind southeast to south at 10 to 15 knots, the wave heights 2 to 4 feet over the ocean. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they're brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Everybody jump and bring them, flag them up in the air. Wave them, flag them up in the air. Fling them, ride them up in the air. Fling them, flag them up in the air. It's time to lose my mind, cause it's my time. All this liquor up in me feeling nice, nice. All these something up in here and they taking wine. So back this thing up, y'all, let me mash it from behind. We rushing up in the road and we don't give a good one. We got no choice.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But join me at 11 o'clock for a full weather update. Later.
Thanks, Basil. Tonight, we explore how trusts work, why they might be a better option in certain cases, and when it's the right time to set one up. Diane Dorset has more.
When it comes to estate planning, many people think a will is all they need.
but trust can offer more control, privacy, and protection over how assets are passed down. Sharon Colbrook, Managing Director of Leno Trust, tells us more about trust in his two-part series.
A trust, just like a will, we use it for estate planning. A will comes into effect at the death of the person who creates it or the testator. A trust comes into effect as soon as it's signed. The trustee begins managing the assets, preparing the clients for what we're going to do. We start investing, and we're actually creating the lifetime span of the trust through investments, whereas a will doesn't start until death.
For some families, a trust can provide greater control over how and when their loved ones receive their inheritance.
Generally, when a minor is left as a beneficiary, that requires an adult who can conduct all of the activities of the fund, getting payments, getting distributions, moving the cash. And in those cases, in the event, and not often, but sometimes the person who is responsible could be dishonest or just incapable of managing the trust. And we're talking about family members, the executor of a will, or friends. A trustee, however, is professionally managed. It is regulated, and therefore the minor will be able to receive the full benefit of those trust funds rather than being at the mercy of friends or family.
So when should you consider creating a trust? Colbrook says, earlier is often better.
As early as possible, because even though the trust will not have to do very much during your lifetime, your investments would be properly managed.
With careful planning, a trust can provide peace of mind and financial security for your loved ones. If you're considering estate planning, speaking with a professional like those at Leno can help determine if a trust is right for you. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Diane Dorset.
It's always good to hear from our friends at Leno, and now it's time for us to check in with Total Sports to see what's on tap.
And Jazz gets hit number 500. Details of that story and more coming up in sports.
Before that school bell rings, you need to pay a visit to Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. See best tuna, 5 ounces, 85 cents. Best value whole kernel corn, 15 ounces, 99 cents. Sweet Gala apples, 3 for $1. Pretty Lady red or green seedless grapes, $3.99 per pound. Baby back spare ribs, $2.99 per pound. Boneless chicken breast, $2.79 per pound. Save on school snacks and supplies at Super Value and Quality Supermarket.
Come and visit us at Shop Smart, 'cause everything is here.
Yes, we have it all for you. Toys, clothing, office supplies, appliances, custom cut blinds, bedding, drapes, and rugs. Come and visit us on Mackey Street, 2 blocks down from Wolf Road. Call us at 698-1052.
Shop Smart, at Shop Smart, at Shop Smart. Oh, everything is here.
Back to school season is here, and we want to see those fits. Parents, show off your little one's fresh first day looks. And students, yes, you can flex your own drip too. Just snap it, send it, and shine on TV. Text your best back to school photo to 242-422-6827 for a chance to be featured on What's Trending. And thanks to BTC, 2 lucky winners will score a brand new BTC cell phone and a BTC swagged out backpack stuffed with official BTC paraphernalia. It's all going down September 1st through the 4th at 6 p.m. only on What's Trending. BTC, bringing the vibes to the classroom.
Welcome to your Wednesday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports. Baby and baseball superstar Jazz Chisholm Jr. getting his 500th career hit last night in grand fashion after one of the best months of his career in August. Chisholm starting off September just as hot as he was. He hit a towering shot to right field, collecting a career-extending 27 home runs this season and his 500th career hit. Tuesday, Chisholm later added a 28th home run of the season, leading the Yankees to a 7-1 win over the Houston Astros. It was the 4th multi-home run game of the season for Chisholm and the 9th of his career.
I just feel like I stick to the plan, you know. My approach is the right way, and just having a good game plan and trusting my teammates on what they seen before I got into the box. You get them a little bit up and push them up and take your normal swing, which they mean me personally. Jazz, take your swing, and you're gonna hit a homer to right field. And I was like, okay, let's see. So the first pitch, I didn't get him up enough on the first pitch, and I fouled it back. And I was like, okay, I see what he was talking about. And then for some reason, the other one was like right in the spot that he was talking about, and I just swung. Like, I didn't even think about like trying to pull it, trying to go opposite field. I just swung the bat like how I know how to swing the bat, and it was a homer. So, I mean, the scouting reports work.
That's a look at your sports this Wednesday. I'm Amajal Knowles, signing out until tomorrow.
Back to school season is here, and we want to see those fits. Parents, show off your little one's fresh first day looks. And students, yes, you can flex your own drip too. Just snap it, send it, and shine on TV. Text your best back to school photo to 242-422-6827 for a chance to be featured on What's Trending. And thanks to BTC, 2 lucky winners will score a brand new BTC cell phone and a BTC swagged out backpack stuffed with official BTC paraphernalia. It's all going down September 1st through the 4th at 6 p.m. only on What's Trending. BTC, bringing the vibes to the classroom.
Happy third day of back to school. You're looking at a shot of H.O. Nash Junior High School, brought to you by our drone pilot, Kyson Miller. Good job there, Kyson. Let's take a trip to my island, Grand Bahama. Let's go. Grand Bahama recently hosted the latest session of a nationwide training program to strengthen local government. Officials spent 2 days at Pelican Bay Resort reviewing the new Local Government Act 2024, sharpening skills and learning how to better serve their communities. The program, which began earlier this year in Andros, continues district by district, helping local leaders boost efficiency, accountability, and teamwork. And some good news there. Here's Matea Cunningham with Let's Talk Socials on a rainy Wednesday.
Good evening, folks. This is Let's Talk Socials, the segment where I fill you in on what's trending on social media. Now, you may have seen the trend where people hold up 2 pieces of paper, each with a different choice, and the other person has to pick blindly. Usually one option is fun, while the other is, well, not so exciting. But social media is buzzing with a video from a fitness trainer who put a clever spin on it. Check this out.
Snoop Dogg. You know what happened with the D.R.E. Yeah. You know who's back up in this.
I mean, hey, she's definitely got the favorable choice, but he's the one who reaped the benefits. That's smart and effective marketing, if you ask me. The trainer is Demetrius Clark, and I'm pretty sure that if he's your trainer, you won't have cheat days, but you'll get the training. I'm Matea, and we'll chat tomorrow.
Great marketing indeed, and that does it for Access Now for tonight. But make sure to join us tomorrow night when we have our guest, Erika Newbold, and her Christian design apparel. Stay tuned for the 11 p.m. newscast with Worston Jones. Good night, everybody.
There's no easy way to say this.
What is she doing here?
Get out.
He put me out of the house.
Who house? Come on. Half of everything in this house belongs to her, and I ain't leaving here till she get it. You want this half? You want this half? 8 feet under.
6 feet under.
I beat him down 2 more feet. I was mad as hell.